Welcome back to Apple Tree Allotment. Down here on a Sunday evening, just grabbing a little bit of time to come and do a couple of little jobs and see how everything's doing. Not a bad week this week. Quite a lot's come up from the things we planted in the last few weeks. So our fences have definitely helped a lot this week. The leeks bed over here is done really well actually this week. Really impressive how much has come up. We've now got 3 and a little bit rows of some really good seedlings coming up. So that's really good. I did bring some seeds down with the intention of sowing some more, but they all come up really nicely. So I should have plenty there to be able to thin out along this bed, and yeah, that's really good. So maybe another few weeks I'll be able to thin them out a little bit. And the lettuce is doing well there. And actually I've just noticed the lettuce seeds I sowed last week are already making an appearance. So that's great news. So we get some nice lettuce there, and we've got lots of leeks. So that's really good news. I was starting to think maybe we wouldn't get any this year, but that's done okay. The onions are still going away nicely, even though I made the fences shorter. So that's done okay. And the elephant garlic at the end there is looking absolutely amazing. Really happy with that this year. Hopefully, I mean, it should only be another 6 weeks or so until that comes out. So yeah, looking forward to that. As with the 2 garlic beds here, put on a lot of growth this week. Looking really good. Lots of little weeds now I do need to pull out, so I'll have to do that another time. The other garlic bed looking good as well. One little rogue potato now I'll pull out in a minute. Broad beans, better growth this week. A few little flowers on them. These are a dwarf variety, so they are meant to be quite small. But yeah, they're looking good. I did bring down some more broad bean plants that I planted at home. They're a bit leggy, so we'll see how we go. But I brought them down with the intention of filling in a few of these little gaps. Just try and fill out these beds a bit. Yep, so I'll do that today. And I also brought down some peas that I sowed in pots. You can see down here. Just to fill in the holes in the pea beds. So there's a few canes in the middle here that haven't got anything up them. So I just wanted to fill them in, really. But other than that, the peas are looking good, growing nicely. Happy with those. Over this side, potatoes again have put on quite a lot of growth this week. These ones at the back are doing really well. These are the main crop ones, and all the beds have got good growth this week. The Rudolphs at home, actually, we've got a bed of Rudolphs at home, and they've come on a lot. So certainly a good week for potato growth. And the first earlies are much bigger than the others, so that's really good. Loads in this one. There's a couple of little holes in this one, so I don't know what happened at the front there and the back here, but still some good potatoes in there. So looking forward to them growing up nicely. Strawberry bed, lots of nice flowers on there as there was last week, but also a few bits of weeding to do. Coming back, the weeds have really picked up now. We're getting a bit more warmer nights, warmer days. Courgettes, I did put, last time I was down here, I put this fence around. I also chucked this net over at the last minute, just as an extra protection in case the birds or whatever had a go at them. But they seem fine. I did bring down a couple of spare plants just in case they had been eaten, but they look really happy actually. So really happy with those. They look really good. And we've got 2 more at home. They're all green, and sort of standard green ones. So yeah, they're looking good at home as well. So hopefully with a bit of fencing this year, we might get a decent courgette harvest. The beans are still looking pretty similar. We did sow a load of more bean seeds last week, so that should take another week or 2 to come out. But yeah, all looking good in there. Rhubarb over here looking the same as it did last week, so it hasn't been eaten any more, but hasn't grown any. but it's alive. And then across the back, the potatoes, there's a few little tiny bits coming up, but not a lot as yet. Not much to report yet. So yeah, maybe another week or so coming up there. And the ones over here have survived and are looking good. So I'm glad to see they're still there. These are the ones I transplanted from various beds they'd self-set. So yeah, they're looking all right. I was worried they wouldn't survive moving, but yeah, they look good. Just the ones on the end obviously haven't come up yet, but another couple of weeks they should be making an appearance, hopefully. So yeah, I'm going to get on today and plant up some of those peas, fill in the gaps, and the beans, broad beans. I did bring down some seeds for, I thought I was going to have to do some leeks, but they're looking okay. So I'll have a little look, see what else is in that seed tray. Probably not much else to do at the moment. I do need to sort out these other beds and get pumpkins in, squashes like butternut squash, maybe some more beans or peas, not sure, but that'll be in another week or two. We'll start thinking about that. But yeah, I'm going to get on and fill in some of those gaps. So that's it for today's little jobs, I think. I've put a few more peas in here, filled up these rows, just filled in the gaps a little bit. Hopefully they'll take and catch up with the other ones. Make the most of that room. Done the same in the broad bean beds. They're a bit leggy, these ones, but they might do all right. You never know. It's worth. I just wanted to sort of fill in the space, make the most of it. They're not in the way of the other ones. So yeah, you never know, do you? Might get a few out of them. So that's the jobs. We did a little bit of weeding as well around the plot, and just checking on everything really. Then in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be looking at this other side. I want to do some chard somewhere, probably maybe in this bed at the end here, but I'd like to get a bit more soil to fill that bed up, and then I can put some netting around it as well. And these other beds, I want to start doing, I'm not sure whether to do another bed of beans, maybe over here, and I need to think where I'm going to put my squash and pumpkins. I know some of them are going to follow the onions and garlic, but I might sow direct some pumpkins over here maybe. I know I do need to net them somehow, so I'll have to come up with a solution for that one. But yeah, that's my sort of next few weeks planning to do, and hopefully all these potatoes and everything will take off. And yeah, looking forward to some strawberries coming up. The strawberry bed at home's looking good, so lots of flowers, and we did find a few little tiny green strawberries today, so yeah, all getting there. Hope you're all keeping well, and gardens are looking good, and yeah, I look forward to talking to you soon.